officially Christmas Day because we are a bunch of nincompoops that stay up until
the wee hours of the morning.
wee hours.
For the record, we weren't expecting to do it today. Technically, we were supposed to do it yesterday.
Yes.
But shit happened. So
shit happens.
So this is basically going to be uploaded after we're done this. So you guys should be getting this, and this will be our last podcast before our end of the year one.
Yep.
But hi guys, welcome back to the Charming Analysis podcast, and welcome to our final video for the Christmas Palooza of 2023.
Crazy, right?
I know, it's been an interesting year, honestly. So for our final video for this year, we're going to be talking about the anime movie, the Tokyo Godfathers.
Just called Tokyo Godfathers.
Oh, Tokyo Godfathers. But yeah, we're going to be talking about that. So why don't you explain what that is, honey, for the people that don't know?
Tokyo Godfathers is a movie by the late Satoshi Kon. And it's about three homeless people that find a baby in the trash, and they're trying to figure out who the parents are on Christmas.
Yep.
It
takes place from Christmas to like New Year's.
Yep.
Which is honestly fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's give our thoughts about this, because this was the first time we've both seen this movie. So what did you think about it? Because honestly, this was so good.
Yeah, I only heard about it from word of mouth. A long time, like a couple of years ago, and I always wanted to see it. So I just put it on the list saying, like, hey, I'll one day see it. And I get to see it with you now, so that's a good thing. And yeah, it was a pretty good movie. Granted, I do not watch a lot of anime, and
I'm more of the anime nerd.
Yeah,
so.
you're more the anime nerd.
But
Granted,
I'm trying to
I do not watch a lot of anime, but
I'm trying to get you into more.
Like, you know, I was always interested in watching this guy's like work and stuff like that,
and a couple other movies here and there from him.
Yes, I want to watch Perfect Blue so bad, but yeah, I like watching it and like finally seeing it. I was like, damn. It was really good. It was a really good. It was a really good. It was a
holiday
really good
movie.
Yeah, it was a really good. Well, I didn't really feel much of the holidays. It was just a good movie in general.
But it's technically like taking place over Christmas, so we're counting it.
Yeah, we are counting it. But damn. I mean, would you classify this as like a?
It's like a buddy Christmas movie.
It's like a
in
buddy,
a sense.
like a dark buddy movie.
Pretty much, or like a very realistic buddy movie.
I guess.
Picture like planes, trains, and automobiles, but anime and kind of more on the serious side.
Yes.
Is basically the best way we can describe it, but
homeless planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah. But honestly, this was really good. Like, holy shit. Like, I was not expecting this to be as good as it was. But I really liked this movie, and I'm actually surprised that I've just now heard about this movie. I've got to look when this came out, because I'm actually curious.
I think it came out in 2018, 2017. It's a very recent one. But yeah, I was intrigued by...
Tokyo Godfathers came out in 2003.
Oh, so it's a pretty 2003?
Yeah, that's what it says right here. 2003.
I started getting traction like later, like in like 2017, 2018 is when I heard about it. But I guess.
Oh yeah, this movie's like 20 years old.
Yeah, geez.
Like holy shit!
The
animation for this is beautiful.
To be honest, I thought it was made a lot later because I will say right now. I mean, I think 2D animation's always going to hold up in my opinion, but this one looks
fairly newer.
Yeah, looks fairly newer.
But yeah, it says this came out in 2003. That's a lot older than I was expecting it to be, but okay, let's talk about the story and stuff like that. So, one of the things I do like about the story, and even though you're going to be like, oh, it shouldn't be the only thing you focus on, but this is one of those movies where you kind of have to focus on it. Okay?
I'm not saying
we get a woman protagonists.
Yes.
Thank the fucking Lord. I barely see any anime.
You're like, I've seen so much anime and there's no trans women in it.
Well, like, there is some trans, like, characters in anime, but not very many that I know of. But this is the first one I can think of off the top of my head. But that's one of the first things I liked about this movie. Miss Hana is a fucking amazing woman, first off. She has to be my favorite character in this. Next to
I feel like
Miyuki.
I feel like I knew you were gonna gravitate toward her.
Honestly, yeah. Like, her and Miyuki are probably my favorites in this. What about you? Who is your favorite in this movie?
I don't have a favorite. I just like characters being I like characters, like, when it's tackling, like, when they're depictions of real people. I like them just being real people. You know?
Also, like, these guys all worked so well together. For them hating each other all the time, they all worked very well together. Mm-hmm. Like, they each got their own chance to really, like, show off, like, their personality and stuff like that. And honestly, I am glad we got to see each of their personalities because it gave them a lot more character than when they originally started the movie. Yeah. So, because you get brief glimpses, but Miss Hana's a trans woman who basically did, like, shows and stuff like that. She was an entertainer. Jin, who's the alcoholic, had a daughter, and he was a gambler and a drinker. Basically, the mom and the daughter left him in the cold and shit like that. And then you got Miyuki, who basically stabbed her dad and ran away. She's, like, basically a wanted fugitive in a sense. Mm-hmm. But I did think it was interesting getting to see each person's point of view in this. Yeah. Like, that's one of the things I do like about this movie and about how every character's, like, represented. But, what else was I going to say?
What else were you going to say?
I guess, what was your favorite part about this movie? Like, do you feel like... actually, let's go with that first question. What was your favorite part about this movie? Because I actually really liked...
I liked the scenery, honestly. Like, the scenery of it not being too overly bright.
But not being too dull.
Well, kind of looking like a gloomy... What was it, Japan? I think it's Japan.
Yeah, it's Japan.
I don't want to say Japan. I like the city. But, like, being, like, a gloomy, like, version of, like, you know, Christmas time.
Yeah.
I feel like that helps a lot. I don't see a lot of gloomy Christmas movies.
Or a lot of ones that are this kind of dark in a sense, because you don't really get to see, like, many movies like that. A lot of them tend to be more on the happier side, which is understandable. But it was interesting trying to see it from, like, a different side of the whole thing. Like, personally, my favorite side of it was honestly learning about Miss Hana. Like, her basically being an entertainer and basically being shoved away by, like, a lot of people. But the fact that, like, she still wanted the baby to have, like, a happy life, even if her life was, like, shit. Yeah. She was just willing to make sure that, you know, that the baby had a good life. And I think that's admirable and stuff like that. And I'm happy we actually get to see some trans representation like this, because we don't really get to see trans representation like this in a lot of media. And also, we need more rep for, like, really caring motherly trans women, honestly. So that's one of the things I really do gravitate with this movie. And I really do like Miss Hana. Yeah. Like, she has to be one of my favorite characters I think I've seen in a long time for an anime, honestly. Mm-hmm. And, sorry, my voice keeps cracking.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, another question I want to ask. Would you see more anime if it was done like this, like movie style, or would you rather, like...
Yeah, I'd rather see more anime type like this. I've always wanted to be, like, you know, I guess the more realistic anime, like,
which is fine. Like, there's plenty of anime out there. Like, the last anime I think we've covered on this channel, and it's been a while, was, like, Beastar Season 1, which eventually I would like to go back and watch the second season with you. And, like, stuff like that. But I would like to see the second season with you and just, I kind of see how it goes. And just watch other anime with you, because I actually do like watching anime. It's just, I have to kind of be in the mood for it, because a lot of it is just kind of overdone, unfortunately. But it was nice actually getting to see an anime with you for like the first time in a while, and I'm happy we got to watch this. Sorry, I don't know why my voice keeps fucking cracking.
Yeah, your butt. Take some water or something.
I'm doing that right now.
Maybe because the movie hit you so much.
And, like, it did a lot of, like, new materials or doing some tropes in a different way. Like, example would be with Miyuki and her father and stuff like that. She was just terrified to face her dad because of the incident that happened with her stabbing her dad. And, like, honestly, getting to see, like, the dream sequence of, like, how basically it went down, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I wish we could have gotten to know a little bit more about what happened with her, because we kind of get a good depiction with Miss Hana and Jin, but we only get like a little snippet from Miyuki, and I feel like out of the three of them, she didn't really get the most development, which is a bit sad. But we did at least get to see a little bit of her perspective, but that is one thing I will say about this movie. I feel like she should have gotten a little bit more screen time when it came to, you know, her past and stuff like that. I wish we could have got to know her a little bit more. Do you agree or not really?
I wish I got to know more about these characters. I feel like these scenes that, like, were jumping back and forth were too, like, sporadic for me. Like, keep continuing jumping back and forth.
Yeah. But, I'm guessing another thing I want to ask would be, do you feel like this would be a Christmas classic in a sense? Because I feel like this could be. Or at least a holiday movie. Because
I don't know. A lot of people don't like to watch dramatic holiday films.
I would definitely watch them if they were like this. I would watch them.
I know you would. I feel like, but you gotta, like, know people who want to watch anime or foreign films.
Yeah.
You gotta know people who want to watch that. And besides cinephiles, I don't think you would want to, like, I don't think general audiences would gravitate toward this being a classic.
Well, I feel like it would be.
I feel like it would be if we lived in a perfect world, but
or at least, well, anime is a lot more
it's more mainstream. Yeah, it definitely is more mainstream now. I'm just saying, like,
maybe one day it will be a Christmas classic, but probably
it's
not.
more mainstream. You could say that, but it's also full of weebs. So
well, it depends, because it depends on the anime you're watching, because not every person is going to gravitate toward it, and I get that. Mm-hmm. But I do feel like this is one of those movies that should be getting a little bit more appreciation than it does, honestly, because this one did a lot of different stuff, but it also, like, did some same tropes, but it did it in a different way. Like, I guess a good example would be, it did, like, the buddy cop kind of, like, the buddy, like, movie kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And stuff like that. However, with this movie, they did it a little bit above and beyond. Instead of them, like, getting from one place to another, which they technically do, they also go on, like, side quests and kind of do, like, their own thing. Like, it's not just, like, a central point A to point B like most buddy movies. Mm-hmm. They kind of deviate a little bit. It's kind of like you're going down, like, multiple different pathways, but still staying on the main road. Kind of thing is what I've kind of noticed about it. Do you agree? Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. So I guess another thing I do want to ask would be, how do you feel like they handled the whole thing with the baby and stuff like that? Like, how do you feel like they handled, I guess, how the baby went through the whole thing? Because, we get from the baby being taken care of by the three protagonists, and then they end up giving him to the fake mom and stuff like that. But I also will say this. I did like Miyuki's interaction with the Latina woman and her baby. I also thought that was a really great moment in this film. Mm-hmm. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
But that was definitely another moment I really did like. That was probably one of the better scenes besides everything with Miss Hana, that's probably one of my second favorite scenes is just her basically talking about her life and stuff like that a little bit with the Latina woman. I don't think we ever got a name for her.
I don't know either.
Which is kind of sad. Like, I wish we could have got, like, some name for her, but still, I feel like they did a really good job, like, trying to work with what they did with it and stuff like that, but, I guess I do want to know your opinion. Like, which scene do you feel like had the most impact on you?
Which scene do I feel like had the most?
Because I feel like this movie had a lot of impactful scenes, honestly.
I guess when Hana, like, first said, like, I can be a real mom. Like, I guess that one had the most impact on me.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that definitely did for me, because, like...
I can be a real mom.
Because, like...
And then you were like, ah!
Because, like, here's the thing. There's a lot of people that just say moms can only be women and they have to have, like, the parts to be a mom, but I don't feel like you need the parts to be a mom. As long as you, like, love and care about the child and want to make sure that the child has a happy life, anyone can be a fucking mom, no matter what gender they are, no matter what, like, sexuality they are. And even if they identify as a woman or not, like, you're allowed to be a mom in your own way. And that's one of the things I do think is impactful with Hana in this movie. Like, she just wanted to give the best she could for this baby, even if they didn't find the parents. She was just willing to do what she could. And we need more moms like that. Like, there's already plenty of moms like that, but we need more in media, honestly, for moms like that.
Yeah, we do.
I will admit, though, like, besides that part and the part with Miyuki talking about, like, her dad and everything, the ending, the last, I think, like, 10, 20 minutes of this movie, shit, it went so quick and hit the fucking fan so hard.
Every time something happened, every time a car went into, like, a building, you were like, what the fuck happened?
There were so many, okay, like, that's one thing I have also at the point. There were so many what the fuck scenes in this movie that I was honestly not expecting. There was a part where she was just, where Miyuki was trying to get the baby back from the people arguing, and then all of a sudden there's a fucking ambulance hitting a fucking building! And I'm like, what just happened?
Oh my goodness.
And then the guy said, get an ambulance. You are the fucking ambulance. What the fuck did you do? Like, that surprised me. That took me for a loop. Like, that shit came out of fucking nowhere. Like, all of a sudden there's arguing, and then brrr, there's a fucking, like, ambulance crashing into the building. And I'm like, what? And then the whole part with, like, them finding out her quote-unquote mother was a fake mom. And they were like, that entire chase
Spoilers,
scene,
by the way.
Yeah, there are spoilers in this, so just a heads up. This fucking chase scene, the last, like, 10, 20 minutes of this movie was so intense. Like, what is your opinion on the last, like, 10, 20 minutes of this movie? Because, honestly, that was the part I was just like, fucking run, bitch! Like, these guys were running, like, at top speed, like... on almost falling over, like, 3 times. Like, I swear, there were so many times where Miyuki and Jin were gonna fucking fall, but, like, Hana kept fucking going. She was a fucking badass in this. Like, stop, give me your fucking thoughts about it.
I mean, it was a climax, I will say. But it was, like, the climax of going up something and then, like, confronting and the top of that particular thing. I'm like, okay, this is the average climax that I would expect.
But shit, like, when it started, when the fake mom...
I was more, like, caught up in, like, how, I guess, serious and dramatic it was.
Like, toward the end, it got, like, fucking serious, like... She was literally about to jump off that fucking building with the baby. Like, dude, I was like, do not fucking do this. Do not fucking do this. Because if that happened, I would have fucking cried.
Do not kill the baby.
The baby did nothing wrong. But thankfully, they saved the baby and it went back to their real parents. But, dude, that got me so hard. And then, like, The ending where the parents that saved the baby's saved parents wanted them to be the godparents. Like, just shit. Like, that was awesome. This whole movie was so fucking good. Like, do you have any more to say about it, or?
I just found it to be a very good movie. I want to see more movies from this guy.
I am curious to see if there is any more stuff connecting to this. Like, is there like an anime? Like,
no, I think it's just this movie.
What?
Yeah.
I would have wanted to see more of these guys, honestly. Okay, that is the last question I'll ask before
Being homeless?
No. Okay, last question I want to ask you.
What?
Would it be interesting if this movie either got a sequel or a series after? Because
I don't know.
I would honestly...
It's been 20 years.
This came out in 2003, honey. It's already been 20 fucking years.
I know, it's been 20 years and nothing has happened to it except for some recognition.
Well, I will say this, though. Would you, in a sense... What do you think would be a good idea if they did, like, a sequel movie or, like, a series? Because I would love to see more of these three. Honestly, even if they're fucking homeless or just their life after what happened in this movie, like basically being the godparents of this baby and stuff like that, it would be interesting to like see how it's like for them and the baby growing up.
But there hasn't been one, so I highly doubt that.
Well, you never know. Sometimes older anime series, and this is a fact, sometimes older anime series will get rebooted.
Movies. But movies are probably a whole different story, honey.
But I don't know. Like, they could. I still have hope for this. They could. But you never know. But if not, it is still a good movie.
I like that you want things to continue, but even though we should probably just let them be.
It depends, because sometimes
we should let it be. I think it is this guy's last movie. I think we should let it be.
I know, but
I think we should
still,
just,
you shush.
Calm your tits.
You shush. All right. So I guess you want to say anything else before we rate it?
No, it was just a good movie.
I want to give my rating
good anime.
First. Can I rate it first?
Yes, you can rate it.
So for me, this was a lot better than I was expecting it to be. I was not expecting this to be this good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm honestly glad it was the last one we picked. But honestly, I wish we could have done it sooner than we did. But I really did like this movie. I would give this, honestly, a 9 out of 10. I thought this was really fucking good. Like, I really don't have any complaints with it.
I would give it a 7 out of 10.
You give it a 7?
Yeah.
I would totally watch this again. Would you watch this again?
Yeah.
Damn, this was such a good movie. And what did you think?
Oh, yeah, God, Jay, you didn't pick shit for once.
Oh my God. Jay, don't say that.
Yeah, but you say you normally pick underwhelming things. It's because I never seen this before, isn't it?
I don't know.
Because I never seen it before, and we both went into it blind. Normally,
Jay,
when I try to show you stuff,
Jay.
Normally, when I try to show you stuff, you're like, "Why are we watching this?" I'm like, "Cause I like it."
Anyway, like a lot of the movies we saw, at least for the Halloween Spectacular, a lot of them we haven't seen.
Yeah.
This was the first one I think out of the Christmas ones we actually both haven't seen. A lot of them either you've seen or I've seen. Mm-hmm. So we definitely need to do something like this next year. But I liked the movies we did pick for the Christmas Palooza this year. I did think it was interesting. What about you?
Yeah.
Did you like our picks? Do you like the Halloween ones more or this Christmas Palooza more?
I don't know. I just see movies, and normally I forget most of them unless they leave like a big impact on me.
I know, but I was just curious. I want to know your opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, this is basically our last episode for the Christmas Palooza this year. What'd you think about it? You excited for next year's?
I'm excited to watch more stuff with my bee. As long as I watch it with my bee.
Me too. But yeah, we have one more podcast for this year, and then season 5.
Yeah.
We'll be starting.
Yeah.
Along with an announcement we're going to be making at the end of our end of the year podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to be doing our end of the year podcast hopefully in the next few days. And once that's posted, we'll I guess be starting planning and stuff for season 5. You excited?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. And as always, I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
And we're out. Merry Christmas!
Merry Happy Holiday Hanukkah Kwanzaa.
What?